from Louise Goodman.
Advantage in this game.
He did look
Eager pickings at Prost. Well, Jean Alesi invited Louise Goodman to experience his lifestyle away from the hurly-burly of ducking and diving for points at a race weekend.
On the banks of the Rhone in southern France lies the historic city of Avignon. Back in the 14th century, the walled city was the home to the head of the Roman Catholic Church. For the past 37 years, it's been home to Jean Alesi, another man with Italian connections.
Avignon was Italy. That's why the Pope was living here. And on the other side of Avignon, it was France. So when you want to have a good luck, you need to sing a song when you cross the bridge. Sur le pont d'Avignon, on y danse, sur le pont d'Avignon, on y danse tous en rond. We are so pleased to have this bridge because we are world famous just because of the bridge.
Although he now lives in Switzerland, Jean has a home in Avignon and his family still live locally. The Alesis are a close-knit clan and Jean returns to visit them whenever he can. He has fond memories of his childhood.
I think Avignon was one of the good place for it because I had many friends who were cycling in the town. There is not so much traffic, and then obviously in the garage of my father I had a good time as well. My parents are from Sicily and they arrived in Avignon in 1959. So slowly we grew up here. When I said we, because my father was just a body worker, and slowly he built the carrosserie, and we are really proud of that because he showed us with just the work you can go everywhere. My mother was helping my father, so they worked together, and when we were coming back from the school, we were spending the time in the carrosserie, and it was great. I had my karting, I had all the toys to play with.
Since the early days of his racing career, Jean has always celebrated his victories at the local cafe. His successes have been a source of much pride to the locals.
I feel French because I grew up in France, I learned French, and it's the way it was, but I have all my family Italian, except my wife, Japanese. She's here actually. I've been really lucky to find Kumiko for many reasons, but the first one is we are from a different world, different countries. She's from Japan, and we have two children, Giuliano and Elena, and that is great, really great. When I had my child, I wanted to have something from my child with me. I said, okay, I want to put the name of them on my helmet. So I have the name of them and the name of the mother on my helmet.
But it's written in Japanese?
It's written in Japanese, yes.
Why?
Because to respect my wife.
Jean is not your name, is it?
No, because when I born, my name was Giovanni, and when I was a child, the kids was meaning each other, and they called me spaghetti. So then I was crying at home, and my parents decided to change my name from Giovanni to Jean.
Part French, part Italian, Jean's 100% Latin and typically passionate about his cars.
My first car was a Fiat 500, and I'm really glad to have it still now.
And you still drive it?
Sure, I have it here, and I like sometimes to take it and to go in the city because it's very easy to park.
And what about your other cars? How did you start your collection?
So I start the collection not like someone who wants to have cars to show, but just to enjoy. So that's why I have this old Rolls Royce, because when I want to be romantic, when I have my head to be free for it, I take Kumiko to eat in some restaurants outside Avignon with this car. when I want to scare my grandmother, I take the F40 and I say to her, I'm sorry, grandmother, I had only this car. So when she sits, I do 2 or 3 kilometers in first gear, very slowly. And when we are on the bridge, I go full power and she's screaming, my heart. And I like that. The Porsche, that was a gift I did for Kumiko when she was 25. That was a birthday present.
It's not just cars that you have either. I think the other thing that not many people know about you is that you are actually Grand Prix driver and vineyard owner.
Yeah, it's very similar of what I'm doing with my job. It's a lot of passion, a lot of expectation. Sometimes you can be very lucky if the weather is fine. Sometimes you cannot control everything, you know, because the weather makes the wine good or not. And I like this idea.
Just down the road at his parents' house, Jean's mother has lovingly amassed a vast array of her son's racing memorabilia.
Voila. So here, Louise, is all my life.
Oh, wow.
Look, first of all, my karting, yeah. That is my years in Ferrari. So my mother put, because there were so many times, so 91.
Ferrari was Jean's spiritual home, and he recorded his one and only Grand Prix victory with the team at the 1995 Canadian Grand Prix.
In terms of satisfaction, personal satisfaction, the win was okay, good for me, because I said, okay, finally you won, because I finished 17 times second, and I don't know how many times I retired when I was leading the Grand Prix. So I was so happy to have at least a win, but I don't care the results. What I care is to give the emotion I have inside of me when I'm driving the car. Maybe that is one of the reasons why I'm able to throw my helmet into the public and not doing like some drivers who are keeping the helmet because they are making a profit again. I say again because I think we are very well paid in our job. But they want to sell again the things, and I think it's completely wrong. And the way I'm doing is just because I do things with my heart and with my emotion.
Giovanni Alesi, we certainly want him to stick around a bit longer, but he's having to start the French Grand Prix in